Today's story is called The Time Machine, and it's about this girl. She goes into an antique store and she sees this little arcade. It's like a retro store, and she sees this little arcade machine and she's really intrigued by it. She is warped back into time and she recognizes her mom, and all of a sudden she sees her mom being brutally murdered by this man in a purple suit, and he's very dapper and charming, and she sees that he murders her mom, and she's really scared, and when she looks, she sees a mirror there, and she recognizes her little self, and she's a little girl again, and she is really like scared because her mind is still her own mind, but she's like back in time as her child self. So she's really scared. She runs out and the man chases her, and she manages to escape him. She's about 5 years old and she manages to escape him, and so everything's different. When her future self, she was 40, so this is like 35 years before then, so everything's like really retro, and it's really like it's from a different time, like than she is at her 40-year-old self. So she's walking the streets and she's trying to figure out who this guy who killed her mom is. So she comes across a police station and she is gonna go in, but then she realizes that she's a little girl, and her voice, while her mind is still her 40-year-old self, her voice and everything is still the little kid. So she doesn't go in, and she ends up running into a gang. And this gang it's like a 70s street gang, and she's really scared. So she manages to escape them, and she come to find out the killer was her dad, and he killed her mom. He managed to chop up her body and hide it in a freezer, and so she ends up going back to that antique store that she found, using the arcade, going back to her 40-year-old self, and she goes to meet her father. And her father, she ends up finding out that her father has a new wife and new kids, and he's living his life happy. And so she comes over there with a group of people, and they all end up killing her dad, and yeah, she ends up becoming a killer herself, and it might have been something she inherited. Thank you for